Hi, I'm Stephen Hand and I'm running for Mayor of Onkaparinga. Behind me is the Noarlunga Little Athletics Club. Now, I did Little Athletics as a kid, and this kind of raised some little flags for me about athletics in the Onkaparinga Council and my lack thereof knowledge. Now, my accountant came to me and said, "Do you know, Stephen, I come from Malaysia." He said, from this little province north of Malaysia, he said, much smaller than Onkaparinga. He said, we have 7 athletics tracks where you can do all the athletics, synthetic running tracks. He said, we have this amazing facilities and it's smaller than Onkaparinga. So, Malaysia, I'm not saying it's poorer or richer than us. And I think the whole thing of having a little athletics club as part of a school, because this is connected to Christies Beach High School, is amazing. It's a great idea, huge thumbs up, because now you can tie in facilities for use in the school with that of a club. Huge thumbs up for me on that. But let's talk about facilities that I see down here. Now it's Saturday morning. It's 9:30. I don't see any kids running around, and this is when Little Athletics should be, because this is when I used to run around the park. Now I see very little. It's a beautiful oval here, but I see very little facilities. I don't see long jump. I don't see any of the sort of facilities that I'd expect to see in an athletics club. I'm not saying this club doesn't have them. I'm just saying let's raise that whole question about facilities provided in the Onkaparinga region and funding for the Onkaparinga region. I mean, athletics is one of the major components of the Olympics. As a result, there should be funding. There should be funding. And there is funding. There is funding for Olympic sports. $13 million was spent on a velodrome, which we'll hopefully have some pictures of. That's parked in Jepp's Cross. Let's talk about funding for down south. 2 grants were given. 2 grants were given down south. One for a change rooms in a football club, for a unisex change room, and one for a set of lights in an oval down south, $120,000. That was it for funding for Onkaparinga down south for sports. Look, if you think that's good enough, that's fine. But look, I want to work. I want to work for funding. I want to work for building things for the area to make the place better. I think there's a huge link between kids' activity and educational levels, and I'm huge on activity. I'm huge on educational levels and kids doing well and having a future. So when I used to coach basketball, the top basketball players in my team were generally straight A students. These kids trained well for basketball and they did very well in education. So correlation between effort and results. Whether you put effort into sport, you get results out. If you put effort into education, you get results out. And we as a council should be helping kids, community facilities, get the funding they need to make effort equal results. We need results, and we need jobs for the area, and we need our share of funding for this area. I'm Stephen Hand. I'm running for Mayor of the Council. I'd really appreciate your vote.